Hello, my lovely humans, and welcome back to another video here on my channel, where we're going to be starting a new series here, and it's going to be a Let's Build series. So the reason why I'm starting this now, it's going to actually wait a few weeks and start it then, when I, get out of school and stuff. But I decided to start it today, now, because the game updated, and I'm doing Let's Plays that require me to have certain mods that are broken right now, and so I figured this is a perfect time to pump out a video of this sort. I do want to very quickly mention that I am going off of a photo. I will, of course, very quickly, I was going to say I was going to put the photo on the screen, but it doesn't really matter since I'm going to make my own resonated chances. But I've never built a colonial style home to my recollection before. Of course, if you guys want to find a version that I have built, I would love to do that. I have done a partial Let's Decorate series before, in which we're just going to build the shell of this hopefully today and get all the landscaping stuff down today, and then next part will be starting to work on the inside, hopefully getting probably like a 3-part series, I'm assuming. But yeah, so colonial homes, all I know is they're like a box. Like, that's it. Like, you figure out how big you want them, but ultimately, they're a box. And you kind of build, like, around this box. Now, because I don't like just boxes, because, kind of annoying, we are going to have a relatively, I'd say that's probably big enough, on both sides, like this kind of boxy thing. And I like the idea of this, and for the house I'm going with and things like that, it makes a lot of sense, and so I also like that idea. But it's only one story, whereas this section right here is a 2-story aspect. I do kind of want like a grand staircase, I think, in the middle of this house, and so we might want to extend out here. But for now, we're just gonna deal with what with what we got. So could be a possibility. We're not going to discourage from it. I would say right there. Good. Not long enough to. Yeah. Okay. We have this area, which I think is the definition of like a colonial home, to be honest with you. And then it's going to also go on the back, which is a 3x3 on both sides. Yep. Cool. And then also this one's going to be kind of, we also have 3 pillars, but I don't like the idea. I think we're just going to have like a set of 2 instead, like 2 bigger ones. Because I think that would look better, personally. Okay, and then we also are going to we want to raise it up higher. Yep. Very nice. There's enough room for a good spacious backyard, and then the front yard looks good and spacious as well. And to be honest, everything else is going to be a me. I just wanted this to have an idea. Now we say goodbye to our frame, our picture, and we just run with it. I have heard that it takes no time to build a colonial home, which is also part of the reason why I decided to do it with like this particular build and things like that. Because I would rather have like an easier one to do with you guys. But yeah. But for the inside, a question I'm going to ask you, if you guys want to be a part of the build, I'm not pre-recording these since the next part's not going to go up until next week. If you guys do, however, want a funky inside, or you guys want a traditional inside? Like, what's the idea behind it? You know, also, some other fun things that I tend to like to do when I make houses unapologetically. I like to build families and stuff for them, and things like that. And so, do you guys want me to build a family for this particular house? Is this right? I feel like... Okay, hold on. I had an idea of the roofing. Okay. I think this is more right of the roofing for a colonial house. Honestly, I don't know. We're here sitting kind of confused. I would say probably not pulled out so far. Right? But with some drainage on the side. I'd say that looks pretty great. Yeah. And then for these little side boys, I'd say practically the same thing. And voila. Yep. Alrighty. Sorry. Roofing scares me more than anything in the world. Alright. No more looking. I mean, the colors and things are going to be different. I do feel like this might be like a brick, but also, I don't know. Anything in here that you guys don't, that you guys are like, ooh, I think this should be this or that, or whatever, please just comment down below, and of course, we will see if that change, if I like the change, and I think that change, like, makes sense for the build, you know? If it's a funky build, then, like, yeah, okay, comment your funky things, you know? What's your funky side, run wild. But if it's not, like, these are, I feel like, where's the circle ones? These are more colonial, right? Start having a 3 wide. Not ideal. And do these go all the way around? Is that what makes it colonial? Honestly, I don't know. Okay, well, we're going to copy this so I don't have to... You know, we're just going to wait until we put down the stairs and the doors and things. It's like, it's going to be kind of symmetrical. And we also can do the upstairs, which the upstairs is going to use... What is the upstairs going to use? It's a really good question, Jacob. Glad to know you know the answer, Jacob. Nope, not that. Not too big. Yes. Yes, it is. Also, I want to mention, because I was live for like 6 hours, if you guys don't know that I stream on Twitch, I do stream on Twitch. I haven't been really streaming on Twitch that much this month, as much as I would personally like, but if you guys do want to follow me and to see the progression I make, and if you guys want to follow those particular sims I use and things like that, I do have a Twitch channel, and it is going to be linked down below, but of course it is very simple to find. It's just Jacob is here, YT. Very, very simple. Very, very easy, I guess I should say, to find and do. I don't like this. I'm going to choose a different one. Definitely going to be the longest part, like, if we're being honest. This? Back to you. Nope. Nope. Like, I have an idea of what I want. I just can't find what I want. You know that feeling? Like, you just, like, you know what you want, but they don't have what you want, and so you have to suffice with something different. Because I can see this being, like, this thing as well. Not you, do you have a white? Like, not like a half. I also kind of like this. I think we're going to go with this. This is from Strangerville, so if you don't have that pack, I am kind of sorry. I'm not trying to limit myself, though, so sorry if that annoys you as well. I should probably start limiting myself. I don't build as much as I used to. That is going to change, though. Once I go on break, also, I feel like this is colonial, or I would say that's probably, when I think colonial, I feel like that's like a good definition of it, personally. Alright, so we're just gonna copy this. Oh, actually, hold on, let's get some stairs in there first. Yep, I like that idea. I like the marble. Didn't think I would. What about the stones? Maybe, oh no. Had to come focused. Okay. Go marble. And then Strangerville. That does not look great. Come on. You're kidding me. This is not for the fencing, is it? No, it's for their normal fencing. What is wrong with you, Sims? Now we have to go probably to vampires. Hold on, let's go see if I like vampires or not. 1 second. It's this one. No, it's not my favorite. Comment down below if you would mind the open top or not. Which one would be your favorite, if you have a favorite. I'm curious to know, personally. Also curious to know what's going to come with me. Let's see here. Okay, so this is top layer. Can I grab you and take you over here? Oh, I can't. Cool. Gotta love a good cheating way. Alrighty. So, I think next we should do wallpaper, and then windows, and then the rest of the outside. So, I was thinking brick, because I like the idea of brick. Not you. Not you. Like, I'm not really sure how, like, super colonial that is, but I do enjoy it. What is... Hold on. These are... now better place. We could add some more color. Hold on. We might do that because this is obviously lots of red. But I think that's not a bad thing either. I think I don't think that's a bad thing. So it's always something you guys can comment down below. So I do want to talk about some things because I figured we are going to be sitting here for 30 minutes. I figured we could talk about some controversies and things like that, because I think that was fun to do in my last video. Some of you guys enjoyed that as well. You guys like the idea of that, and my opinions, because I don't really talk about the opinions and controversies that are going on. I have almost made several comments. So some big things we've got to talk about is the, what is it called? Can I pronounce it right? The Moschino. It's a clothing brand that Sims decided to collab with, and I'm happy people are starting to figure out why they collabed with it. It was a very big controversy and things like that. It did spawn a ton of good memes, though, and its defense. There's a ton out there if you do want to find them, because the way they advertised. Where's my window? It's not this window. It's like that window. It's this window. With the black. Yep. Got the window. Okay. Oh no. Alright, so everything's got to be moved over 1. And long as we move everything over 1 tile both sides, it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Sometimes it's better to make things smaller anyways. I don't like big houses. I don't like decorating big houses. Honestly. This is fine. Perfectly fine. Just gonna make you smaller. Then you go in. But I had no comments about this. I didn't even think personally that it was because they were doing a brand deal with somebody that could give us more recognition. The most common thing I did see though on Twitter and like outside Twitter and things like that, well, other than the simple, okay, this is going to drop down to a 2. That's okay. So we're kind of big anyways. The most common thing that I did see was how people were mad that they couldn't buy because, like, there were items on there that was like $1,000 or more. And it was such a big controversy deal and things like that, which I understand, I get. You want to support the game that you love, and normally they give us content, or when they do give us content, it's quite expensive. Why is that type thing? And then people started to understand the reasoning behind this and things like that, because I don't think everybody like truly understood the reasoning why the Sims decided to brand with this deal, why they would say we should get content that is, you know, outlandishly expensive when most of their viewers are you know, in the early teens areas and things like that. Like, why do this? And then people are like, well, maybe it's just to spread the name out, you know? And I had mentioned once before how I wasn't really sure how much of the Sims left we have, and we should be really grateful for, you know, what we do have and things like that, because EA as a company is slowly going down further and further. They do have a few good things in the promise sections outside of The Sims, but these next game pack and EPs and things like that, 1, could be expensive to make, and or 2, they could just need the revenue, period, and you selling to a higher class brand could actually, you know, bring a lot of credit to the name and things like that, in which a lot of people eventually did understand that and saw the greatness in that, and a lot of people said they were sorry. A common thing was once people started to realize maybe EA had a reason to do this deal, then, you know, they started to apologize for, you know, that specific deal and bashing them and making a whole bunch of rude comments and things like that. Well, then the free update gave us a sweatshirt that is like $500 or something like that. US dollars. I don't know how much it is anywhere else. I'm just talking about where I am from, which is the Americas. And North America. Sorry. I don't think before I say. Either way. And, so EA was like, not EA. So they gave us a sweatshirt, and so it brought out more things. 1, because it should have been Simlish. I do agree. That is a comment that came up quite a bit. And I could not have agreed more with that comment, to be honest with you. It's the first comment that I agreed with out of this whole thing, is that it should have been Simlish. Our Sims do not speak English. I'm sorry. They have in the trailers, which is weird. But traditionally, we are more non-English speaking Simmers. You know what I mean? We have our own language, and they should have converted Machinima to that language. Now you can. There's custom content out there if you put custom content in your game. In case you do like the sweatshirt itself, a lot of people were criticizing how bad the sweatshirt actually looked. Personally, I did not agree with this statement. I thought the sweatshirt, one, didn't look amazing. I wasn't like super duper like, oh my god, this is like the best new custom content item. I won't lie though, it did look awfully comfortable, if that is actually how the sweatshirt's supposed to feel and things like that. I'm very jealous of my sim for wearing it. And if you guys are curious to see what that sweatshirt exactly looks like, all you have to do, you don't have to watch the video, even though if you want to watch the video, you totally can. I do have a whole review about the Machinima stuff. I mean, not the Machinima stuff. I didn't make a video for that. But I do have a whole review for the update. I'm not doing a review for the update that comes out today. Obviously, I did this video instead because I didn't really think there was a point to doing the update video. Just because it's mostly for coding stuff. It's not really for adding anything. But in that thumbnail, if you guys don't want to watch that video particularly, the thumbnail does show you the overall what it looks like. And so I bring up this situation in particular. One, it's good for the Sims to get higher recognition outside. What kind of fencing goes around a colonial home? I don't think this. Honestly. Huh. I don't know, though. Let's see here. Nope. Should I Google it? I feel like I should Google it. That look bad? Comment down below. But, as I was saying, sorry. And also the trees and stuff, they're going to match more of the trees around where we are currently at. So, if that's something... Okay, should there be windows over here? I always feel like... Should we put windows over here on this wall? Is that too many windows? 'Cause I feel like that's just too many windows. Which is the reason why I just stuck. I don't know. Also, should we add the columns? Does that make it, like, less of a colonial? Let's put the grid on. Oh, the grid is on. Home. Or does that make it more of a colonial home? These are things I don't know the answer to, so if you guys are, we are going to put them. But if you're like, no, we like it better without, please do comment down below. Your input is important to me. Also, you know, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, sorry, back to the conversation that we were originally speaking of and having. I don't know, I understood the brand. I didn't like it, but I also wasn't about trashing it. That being honest, because like there's a lot of trashing going on in the community right now, and one of my biggest pet peeves, one of the biggest things that makes me like super duper mad, and I know it's no one's fault, I know we're all gonna do it, I have done it, I literally just did it, and so it's like it's a hypocritical pet peeve, and I get that. Okay, I understand it. We are all not perfect, we all make mistakes, but, and I know I'm not the first person to come out and be like, hey guys, you know, this is a different game, or whatever. I know I'm not the first person, and I'm, like, not trying to take credit for saying I am the first person, because I'm just not. You know, there's been other people who have said things, and, like, it's just what it is. But I am here to reiterate once again that personally, just because there's things, like, I understand Sims 3 is my baby. Like, I love Sims 3, like, with all my heart. And like, with all... Do you guys like this? Let me know. Anything in here, like, comment on everything. Sorry. Like, Sims 3 is truly my baby. It's like a, you know, it's a ride or die type of situation. I'm always gonna have a soft spot for it. I wish I got to work. If I did, you know, we would totally have more Sims 3 content and things like that. But I could not get to work. I had so many bugs and issues when I did get to work. Personally, I'm half tempted to try again. I think I will, particularly this summer. But at this particular moment, you know, I just know it's not something that is in our forte. And the point of me saying this, the point of this conversation and things like that at this very moment is stop comparing them. And I don't mean, like, if you do compare them, and some of the comparisons, I won't lie, I understand and I get it. I think in a some sort of way, it makes sense. And I get it. And I'm not even saying that some of them that don't make sense, but just because one game doesn't have items that this game maybe does, or, I mean, maybe, you know, that game has items that you particularly are just, like, obsessed with and, like, a huge fan of. Hold on. I gotta... And you just can't get over the fact that the Sims 4 has yet to have them. Maybe they're the folding up beds and, you know, from university life. Or maybe they're the... Oh, I don't know. Like, maybe The Sims 3 has so much more content, and you just can't believe how far behind we are with the, with this game, you know? Like, this game, it's just ridiculous that we're so far behind because The Sims 3 was so far ahead. Yes, these are valid complaints. That's not what I'm saying. This is its own game, and I think people just need to start realizing that The Sims 4 and The Sims 3 are two different games. Like, it is what it is. The Sims 2 is a different game from the game that we have right now, from what I am playing right now. And a lot of people just don't make the correlation that they're different, and there's nothing wrong with that either. I don't want to sound like a dick. I don't really know how not to sound like a dick in this situation. It's just a pet peeve of mine, and the reason why I bring it up right now in particular is the simple fact that it's just all over my Twitter. Like, it wasn't just, like, if it was just, like, kinda on my Twitter, it wouldn't be such a big deal. But it's to the point where I can't even get on Twitter right now without someone mentioning, oh my gosh, I wish this didn't happen. Or, like, hold on, I gotta check the grid spacing. Can we just come down here? Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, it's just something that's like, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's a bit weird. It's just it's a common thing that keeps coming up, and it's an annoying common thing that keeps coming up. And I just, once again, not trying to sound like an ass, but, you know, I don't know. Part of me feels like I should not have said anything, but I did. So, I'm not sure. What's your guys' opinion on the subject matter of, are you okay with people comparing games, even though they're two different games, and, like, there's many, many different similarities, like, even past the more common similarities? What is your guys' thought on that situation, I guess I should say. I'm going to do the floor plan off camera, by the way, because that's a rough one. So, honestly, I think we might stop here for now. There's enough here that I can take, like, a thumbnail, which is the good part. So this is what we have for so far. Personally, I do feel like now that I'm kind of seeing it, we should probably spread that out just a little. So this is what we have. Ooh, hold on. This is what we have for our colonial home. Honestly, I really enjoy it. I do think now that I'm doing it, I think I have made one in the past that's red brick stone, so that's great. But if you're offended, I am so sorry. That was not my point or intention of the situation. But, yeah, I'm just sorry. I am sorry. Not the point of the situation. The point of the situation was that no one's going to make it 30 minutes. I'm just curious how you guys feel about comparisons. I literally compared it earlier. It is a hypocrite of me to even say it, to suggest it, or anything like that, to ask that one single question. It's a hypocrite of me, but I still am doing it because I'm me, and I'm curious about you guys' situation, and if you guys think, what do you guys think about it? But with that being said, I gotta end this video here because it's 31 minutes long. So guys, enjoy this video. Don't comment down below, hit the button. I'll see you all next time for another beautiful video. If you want to follow this one and it's past this, the next video will be, hopefully if I update the end screens, which I probably won't, but if I do, it will be the next video popping up. But if it has not come out yet, then of course you can watch any other videos such as an update video or current house updates or anything else or any other series on my channel. The only other series that I can promise you that will be updated before this whole bug issue is The Sims 4, which is my vanilla series here. So if you want to watch that, there's 2 episodes out for that.